So you're thinking about buying a house and you need to find a realtor. Now what? On this video, I'm going to give you the top 5 things that you should be looking for when you are selecting your realtor. So let's go. Alright, what's up guys? So I was gonna do this video like in the car ride, but we got distracted by doing some showings. So we were having some clients out with our showings, and so I decided to just finish this video back in the studio. So I'm gonna go in there real quick and finish this video. So yeah, let's go. All right, I'm back. I finally made it back to my studio office, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, if you're new to the channel, my name is Shane. I work with my wife, Rachel. We are both licensed real estate agents in the Arizona area. And if you clicked on this video, you're probably in the hunt for a real estate agent, or you're kind of trying to figure out what characteristics you should look for in your real estate professional in guiding you through your buying or selling of your house. Before I go too farther, if you end up liking this video, please smash the like button. If you want to see more videos like this, hit the little click, subscribe, whatever you want to do, subscribe button, and I'm going to be posting videos every week regarding real estate, the Arizona community, and so forth. So anyway, back to the video. So buying and selling a house, it can be a very great experience. It can be a stressful experience, and it can be a roller coaster, if you will, of emotions. And when you select your real estate professional, you want to be able to, you can count on them, you can trust them, and you can really just lean on them because they are the person you hired to guide them through this transaction. There's tons of real estate professionals, and so how do you pick the one that's right for you? Well, that's what we're going to be getting into. That's why you clicked on the video. So anyway, let's get into it. Number 1, or number 5, however you want to say it, is choose the person, not necessarily the experience that person has. Now, what I mean by that is, yes, experience is good, but you might not want to just judge or hang out with or choose your realtor solely based on experience. And here's why. You're going to be spending a lot of time with this person, so you want to find someone who is relatable and real, and also you mesh with. You know, you're going to be hanging out with them a lot, so you don't want to have a relationship that's kind of like oil and water. Another thing that was kind of, it goes into with this is you want to find someone who can talk and talk well, but also who can negotiate. If someone who likes to talk and can negotiate, that means they're going to be not only a good person to talk to when you have questions, but also when you get into the nitty-gritty, they're going to have your back and ready to go. All right, number 2, trust, or trustworthy, if you will. You know, you as a client are going to be the person who starts this relationship. You're the one that's going to hire your agent. They're going to be working for you. One of the things that you really want to pay attention to is how many questions the agent is asking you to kind of figure out what you want. And then on top of that, how well are they listening to you? You know, if you go out with them and you start looking at some houses and they're not really quite sharing the house that you want to see, or like what you have interest, or what you guys have originally talked about, then are they really listening to you? Are they really paying attention to you? Can you trust them at that point? You know, a lot of agents have access to all the same tools. They're just kind of branded differently towards each individual agent. But they all have the same tools to get you either current listings, or they have the ability to market your property if you're selling your property. They all have relatively the same tools, but it's all a matter of how well and how much you can trust and how well they're listening to you as their client. You know, since they all have kind of the same tools, you don't necessarily want to pick the agent based off of the tools. You kind of want to pick the agent who's listening to you, like I said earlier, but also who you can relate to and who you can trust, because ultimately you're trusting this person to get you into your next house and to deal with one of the most expensive transactions or purchases you'll ever have in your life. So to be able to relate to that person and trust that person to make the decisions that you want is huge. Trust and trustworthy. That's number 2. All right, number 3. Might sound kind of weird, but your gut feeling. Trust your gut. You know, your brain uses logic and emotion to come to a decision when making like huge decisions in your mind. And usually when you mix those two, emotion and logic, it's called intuition. The intuition is your gut telling you what's right or what's wrong. So when you're looking into real estate agents, go on and look at their reviews, research how many sales they've done, see if they have any really big raving fans. If there's people raving about their work that they do, then typically they're a good agent. Listen to what your gut's saying, unless you're hungry. Because if you're hungry, then your gut's going to tell you to go eat. But that's beside the point. Listen to your gut, your intuition. It's telling you something when you're researching these individuals. Your gut will most likely lead you in the right direction. It's pretty simple there. Let's go to number 4. All right, number 4. Almost there. Number 4. I would say it would be compassion and have an adequate support. And by support, I mean like people that are in their corner, whether they're on a team or a good supporting brokerage that know what they're doing, that if maybe your agent may not have the right answer, they have the appropriate people in their back corner to help them out with the situation. So first, let's talk about compassion. Buying a house is a super stressful task, especially, let's say, maybe you're going through divorce, or maybe you're mourning a death of a spouse, or maybe you're having a baby. Whatever the circumstance may be, it's going to be a stressful transaction. So having someone that can kind of relate or empathize with you and just kind of help you through the process of whatever the circumstances may be, it's always key. You need to have an agent who is patient, not only, with you, but also with your circumstances. They're going to be, going through this with you through every step of the way. And if you don't have one who is kind of patient with you and your circumstances, it could be a very stressful transaction. And, you guys may not actually get to the end, and it just causes more stress on top of whatever else you're going through already. So you kind of want to choose an agent that you share these same emotions with, that their outlook on life is similar to yours, and you share the same emotions or passions or maybe your personalities. Like, look into your personalities. Are they jiving? Are they the same? You might want to look into whether that agent kind of shares the same outlook, personality on life as you do, and then that would be a good fit. So the support system of an agent is super key. And what I mean by that is typically agents will, at a minimum, work for a brokerage. If you're a broker, then you usually have a team of brokers. But typically, you'll see agents that are a part of teams, and that support system would be their team. So if there's any questions or anything that needs to be handled, they have a good support system. Make sure you research the agent's brokerage or team just to kind of see and understand what kind of support system that agent has. It's always answered with a phone call. You can always call the brokers or the team leads to figure out what kind of support system those particular agents have. Typically, successful agents will be managing more than one transaction or more than one client, so it's good to know that your agent has an adequate support system, or at least a good brokerage team that they can always go to have questions answered, make sure that there's no missing parts if you will, within the machine that's moving. An agent with a great support team will typically offer a higher degree of customer service, because not only can they handle a majority of the transaction, but they can also use them as a support system to help support you as well. So you're kind of getting a 2-for-1 type of deal. The logistics of buying or selling a house can get pretty complicated and extensive, and making sure your agent has those solid support systems under it is key. So just make sure that you are following up with your agent or following up with your agent's broker just to see what kind of support system they have. So compassion and support system is huge. So, all right, last but not least, number 5 or number 1, whichever you would like to say, is referrals. Referrals are my favorite and are the best for you. And why is because they kind of encompass really all the things that I've talked about today. Despite the technology out there that kind of eliminates the searching for the house process, the actual transaction is still kind of a human-to-human contact, or a human-to-human choice, if you will. It's still something that you need to make to help you get through that. It's a complicated transaction or a complicated process. So you want to make sure that you have the right person in your corner. So with also referrals is kind of the biggest compliment an agent can get from a past client or friends and family, because you're getting put into the hands of someone that has already been trusted. So you don't want to risk, that agent doesn't really want to mess up, or they want to make sure that you're getting the full attention that they did when they used you originally, the people that referred you over. Referrals, like I said, they really just kind of sum up everything. If you're choosing a person and the experience in that situation, because they've already been vetted out by the person that referred you. They're trustworthy. They're already been trusted by the original person that referred you over, which is nice. They have adequate support, and they have the compassion there, because, you know, I don't know how else to say it than the person that was sent over to you, that referred you over there, they vetted out the whole process. You know, they trusted the agent before you did, so you don't have to worry about it. Now I would take some caution, you know, I would still interview him, talk to him a little bit, but if you don't have a good gut feeling, that's where the gut feeling kind of comes in. If you don't have a good gut feeling about that person or that referral, you don't have to use them. Just go back and follow the 5 steps that I already talked about. So that's cool. Referrals is my number 1. It encompasses all of them, but you can still use your gut feeling to kind of pull you away from there and still find yourself a good agent. All right, there you have it. That is the 5 things to look for when selecting a real estate agent. You know, if you have bought a house or sold a house before, to put in the comments below what helped you select your real estate agent. Was it referrals? Was it researching? What made you select the real estate agent that you did? Or if you just have some questions about real estate in general, shoot them down below. Let's have a conversation. I love chatting about real estate, so does Rachel, my wife. She'll be more than happy to help get in this conversation as well. I hope you guys like this video. I'm going to start doing more videos. I always say that on my other ones. I get kind of caught up with life, but I'm going to try to do a video a week to give you guys better information. You know, it won't always be real estate related, but I hope you found some value in this video, and I hope it helps you find your next real estate agent. So with that, that's this video. And if you liked it, hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and hope you guys enjoyed it. Until next time, peace.